what key issues should Justin Trudeau raise with Joe Biden?
I guess it's the pipeline. The pipeline issue is, where are we going with Trudeau wants to go a little bit. He has a minority government, so he's going a little bit with the Conservatives. He has to think about that. So he too has to find a middle between green and all green or all, so it's a lot of money. There's a lot of money in there. So and there's a lot of Albertans and Western people that, their jobs. So it's still to find, the balance between these hard topics. But we're totally going towards green. That's true. But when, I don't know.
Obviously the tariffs, I think that can't just spring those up anytime you feel like it kind of thing. They need to discuss that. The borders, I think, still should remain closed. I really do. I don't think we should open those up and not get pressure from Biden to open them up kind of thing. So, because I know our economies are pretty much intertwined. Most of our stores here are owned by the Americans, so their economy affects our economy.
Our dependence on oil and their dependence on oil, I feel it's really unfair that they're buying foreign oil, and so are we. But we have enough to look after both of ourselves, and it would help both economies.
Well, obviously the pandemic and the environment, and later on the recovery of the economy.
I think there are human rights issues with the people, how immigrants have been handled as they've been trying to find refuge. Obviously, kids in cages, kids separated from their parents, that is something that shouldn't happen. And I think it's right for countries to put pressure on other countries about human rights issues.
Yeah, they got to pin down the big issues, obviously. The pipeline, aluminum tariffs and whatever, all the stupid stuff. Get rid of it. Yeah. And, they're intelligent human beings. It'll be an intelligent discussion.
So I think that when they do sit down together, I feel that they should together make it clear that in North America, here is a standard. We need to be anti-racist, not just not racist or racist, you know what I mean? So I think that should be one of the first things they should talk about, and kind of remind North Americans that we should be a team, that we should be working together and not be so divided.
Well, they should talk about a smoother trade agreements between countries. Harp a bit less on nationalism, American, Canadian, this and that. At the end of the day, it's just it's an artificial border. I understand security, this and that, but there needs to be more, proactive talk about, how we can start fixing things and actually helping people. Yeah.
I think the first thing to talk about is the pandemic. I think that, at least for people in my social circle, that's like a thing of concern, is the border between the United States and Canada. Just making sure that there's like a coherent plan to make sure like both countries are safe and there's still ability for like trade and necessities to cross the border, but less people being able to travel under necessary travel that's really unnecessary, just to limit the spread in both countries.
I think initially Trudeau's going to express his gratitude for having somebody more on his level in America. What they will talk about after that, they will talk about how to improve the relations and the trade between the countries, because what's beneficial for Canada is also, trade is a good thing from their point of view, maybe not from the point of view of an individual home factory, but from their point of view, trade is good. So I think that they will try to repair the damage from the previous administration.
Definitely the border. Keep the border closed to everyone, including people who are saying they're coming here on business, because I see one too many U.S. plates, especially in my area in Mississauga. And I don't think they're all here for business, to be truthful with you. They're just letting them cross.
I think keeping it closed for now, I think is the best option because we're at very different places with COVID. So just prioritizing keeping the safety of people in Canada for now.
I think we need to sort out our trade issues, which are minor, but they seem to keep coming up in the States, and we want to be a trading nation, so I think we need to sort that out and get it kind of firmed up once and for all.